Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle D, or Coach Danni D, and I help women to create luxury brands by creating processes and tightening their branding. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease and enjoy your life. My happy space is spending as much time as humanly possible in my pajamas. And I want to help others to find their happy space while still running profitable businesses. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello and welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I am your host, Coach Danni D. I am here to help professional women, business owners, entrepreneurs, leaders to find their balance. Part of that is getting into alignment, part of that is implementing systems, and part of that is to really dig deep into self, dig deep into self and do that self work that helps you to stay on track, helps you to be confident in yourself and what you're capable of and not do that shrinking thing that we all do. So today I want to talk to you about being more productive and less busy. And many of you know we are right now taking enrollment for the calendar detox challenge, right? And that is the focus of the challenge. It is, to be more productive and less busy. So I want to unpack that a little bit more. So here's the thing. We often confuse productivity and busyness. So busyness is just doing stuff. And we live in a busyness culture. And in this culture, we're told to always be doing stuff. And we are rewarded, and I'm using that term loosely, maybe air quote y'all. We're rewarded for being busy. We're rewarded for always doing stuff. If you think about it, if you go to a speaking engagement or someone wins an award, the first thing they're going to do is list 5,000 things that this person has done, right? And this person has such a great resume because they've done all these great things. And that's not a knock on that. But if we all pulled out that resume of things, right, that we've done, how many of them matter? And what I mean by that, I'm not discrediting anything that anyone has accomplished. But in the grand scheme of things, how many things on your list actually play into what your personal success story looks like? Like, you may have checked a box. I have a good friend that always talks about checking boxes. You may have checked a box, right? But is that box a part of where you're going? It might be a beautiful box, but it just might be taking up space for things that matter more to you. So, I try to be very thoughtful about the things that I take on or the um like goals that I set for myself because sometimes you set a goal and it's not really connected or you do a thing just to say you did a thing, right? Um I'll give an example, recent example for me. You guys know I have my balloon business and I have this program that I use that like you can do like savings for a particular goal. You can set several goals. and you can start saving towards those goals, and it just like pulls money randomly. I mean, I'm sure it's not random in that, but it's random to me, randomly from your account to save it, and it based where it saves it on the goals that you've set. So you may have, you want to go on a trip, so you may have a trip bucket, and it pulls money when it sees you have a little excess, it'll pull it for that. You may have, a building fund, right? You may have I want to get a new car fund. Okay, so for me, one of my, because I have an account like that for my personal and for my business, one of the things that was on my list of things was a company vehicle. I closed that. I closed off that goal the other day. And the reason why is because while that is a great goal, and it's probably like the thing that somebody else is looking for and needing, but at the time that I was pursuing that, it made sense. It fit into where I'm going, what I'm doing in this moment. And it may come back around and make sense. I'm not like saying I would never do it, but in this moment, I am more heavily focused on coaching, than I am building up the balloon business further. During COVID, I realized that I like my business being kind of boutique, and it's boutique, it's a part of the name, right? But I like my business being boutique. I thought I wanted to expand it, grow it. Again, seasons are different. Maybe it'll change in the future, but I like the idea of it being boutique and me having the beautiful, lovely clients that I have. Um, but I I no longer want that to be taking up as much space in my life as some of the other things that I want to do. I'm sharing that to say that was a goal. That was something I was working towards, but it became busy work at a certain point. And that's what we do. We feel like when we're not moving, we're not being productive. And so then we start doing busyness because it makes us feel productive, or we think it makes us feel productive. But the problem with that is productivity is not about doing a bunch of stuff. Productivity is tied to efficiency. Productivity is tied to results, product, productive. So it is it's tied to results, and it's tied to efficiencies. Efficiencies means clear path. That's not like Webster, that's Danielle. But efficiency is doing something the fastest way, the let me I'm going to say several. These it's a combination, not one or the other. Efficiency comes from doing stuff the fastest, the um how do I want to say this? Is doing it the fastest, best way possible with the least amount of resources. And understand, I'm not saying that to say limited. I'm saying that to say that if it's not efficient to spend 24 hours working on a project that you could have given to a VA and they finished it in 10 minutes. That's not efficient. It got done, but it's not efficient. So efficiency is actually about doing less things, but doing the right things. And that's heavily tied to productivity. So productivity, being busy is not getting your productivity numbers up. Being busy is actually probably tanking your productivity score, right? When you remove the busyness and the things that are not essential to getting from point A to point B, when you remove that, you get into a space where you can get more things done. Because right now, you probably got 50 million things going on, and they all in various stages of incomplete. Not just talking to y'all, talking to myself. They're in various stages of incomplete. So when you start peeling all of that back and realizing what is busy work, that work that the sub gives you at school, those little worksheets and stuff, just to keep you quiet until the real teacher comes back tomorrow. That's busy work. That's what we are out here a lot of times doing. I see businesses, and there's nothing wrong with a rebrand if it's necessary, but I see businesses rebrand every 15 seconds. And I'm like, that's because it makes you feel like you're doing something. But in all actuality, unless it's an intentional rebrand, all you're doing is confusing and frustrating your clients and making things harder for yourself instead of easier. Let's stop romanticizing busy. Let's stop going around talking about, oh my God, yeah, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. That is not a badge of honor. It really isn't. It's 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 just wearing you out. Start being more productive. Start, you know, actually producing things. And the easiest way to do that is to remove the BS. Move all that stuff out your way so you can be more productive. I'll share a quick story, but I don't want to keep you guys too long. But I was talking to a lady at a networking event, and this happens often. And she follows me on social media, and she's like, "Oh my God, you've been doing everything. You're out here doing this, that, da, 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 da." I've been doing much less than I did when I used to live in a busyness life. But it feels like, and it is actually more on the outside, it feels like I'm doing more. I'm doing less, but I'm doing it intentionally, and I'm making sure that what I'm doing produces something. So that busyness, it's not it, because you never get that sense of accomplishment because you just got too much going on. It's just busy. It's too much. But when you're being productive, when you're being intentional, then you killing it. You executing things like, you know, I s- I'm very big on. I said I wanted to do it. Let me do it. It's done. Very, very big on that. But I couldn't do that, and I can't do that because I'm not saying that busyness does not creep back into my life from time to time. I can't do that with busyness riding on my back. Y'all know I put um emotions, personas onto emotions. Busyness is riding your back. Like busyness is grown, full grown, and it's getting a piggyback ride on your back. And you're wondering why you're so tired, you're so overwhelmed, you can't get to that goal. Girl is heavy. Busyness is heavy. She don't pack light. Busyness is heavy. Put that girl down. Put her down. Put her in the corner. Tell her, look, we breaking up. We're breaking up. I'm not doing things anymore that don't serve my goal and my success story. Because moving just to say we're moving. And as business owners, we do that. I'm sure in the professional space as well. We be doing the most, but also doing the least. As far as results, we're not getting the results because we're doing too much. We're doing too much that's misaligned. So, what is aligned with where you're going? And can you justify the things that are on your calendar, on your goals list as a part of your success story. So when I do the capable, I keep want to say capable confident. That's another one of my favorite challenges. When I do the calendar detox challenge, we uncover what that success story is because sometimes we don't know. Um, but I make my clients justify the things that they feel are non-negotiable on their calendar. And that's a beautiful exercise because you start to realize you you're around here spinning your wheels. If this is what you say you want, and you got a whole pile of stuff that you're doing on a daily basis that don't have anything to do with what you said you want, why are you doing those things? Why? So I refer to it as grind culture, but also busyness culture. Let's let's put them to bed. It's time for them to go. We can't keep moving forward if we're gonna keep carrying her. Because, as you get older, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired and you're gonna wear yourself out and you're never gonna fully get to experience and enjoy that life that is like specially designed for you. So I want to call you to leave busyness culture. Leave her alone. She doing too much anyway. She got everything on. I just see her with she got a tutu on and a um boa, and she also has on, cleats, and she got on 45 different patterns. Like she just too much. Put her down. She's stressful. Start being more productive, start being more intentional, and you will notice productivity frees up your time. And productivity actually gives you space to do some of those things that you said you want to do, but you're not doing. So release busyness. Release busyness. Again, the calendar detox challenge starts August 1st. I usually extend a couple of days beyond that if somebody wants to enroll. Just because the modules are short. It's 15 minutes or less modules, exercises to do. So, if you start a little late, you can catch up. But I do prefer people to start on time at the beginning, but it's at your own pace. So some people will go through literally every day. Some people will bulk um work, to catch up. That's fine too. Don't do too many, don't just listen to the recordings and not do the action steps. Let me say it like that because that doesn't work. But I want to see you in there. I want you in those seats so that, in those virtual seats, so that you can become more productive, produce things, produce results for yourself, for your business, however that looks for you. But we're going to be productive. We're not going to be busy just so we can say, oh, girl, I'm so busy. The only prize you get from that is s- the satisfaction of saying it, I guess. I don't know. There's no prize for that. I'd rather not be busy, but be productive and enjoying my life. And that, enjoying my life is a product. That is a part of my productivity. Be efficient, get to the goal, get to the finish line. Stop picking up stuff on the way. Like, when you go in the checkout line, they got all that stuff to distract you. Put that down. You don't need that. You do not need the $45 ink pen that's sitting close to the register. You don't need that. Just go check out with what you have and get it done. Get it done and build the life that you want because now you have clarity, you have free time, and you can do you instead of doing what is expected of you. So I'm gonna leave you there. If this perked you and you want to dig deeper into this, get in the calendar detox challenge. We only have two more times we're running the challenge this year, August and October. So if you don't get into that August, sign up for the October. The link is up for October as well. Get in the challenge. Get yourself together and start living that life that you want to live, that makes you happy, that you can enjoy today. All right, y'all. See you next week. Thank you for listening to the Prophets in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with ease. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram. For more information about building your luxury brand, register for my upcoming luxury brand workshop at coachdannid.com.